This episode is all about Robert Duvall being a really great actor. Let's get to it, shall we?
You should see me in a tank top.
Pour you coffee?
The Outer Limits.
After an intro bumper that completely spoils the episode, we are introduced to General Crawford and quote-unquote intelligence man, Major Leon Chambers, who are discussing the problem of a small UFO that has landed in the forest. After a reconnaissance team was killed trying to make contact with the saucer's inhabitants, the General believes they must blow the aliens up, while Mr. Chambers advocates for another plan that would need a volunteer. When the General points out the unlikelihood of anyone agreeing to volunteer, Chambers reassures him that he has the perfect man in mind.
Oh yes,
General Crawford.
I have
Lewis Mace.
in mind.
Smash cut to a seedy Mexican bar, where a man named Lewis Mace, half drunk on tequila, fends off an attempted abduction at gunpoint, accidentally breaking a guitar in the process, much to his regret. Mr. Chambers arrives, and Mace immediately agrees to go with him and do whatever he wants, not even bothering to ask what the assignment will be. Back in the States, Chambers begins briefing Mace when the General bursts in, not noticing Mace sitting right there, and talks a bunch of smack about the publicly available information on him.
Been living in the wilds of Mexico, no occupation, no background, nothing to indicate the slightest shred of reliability.
After Chambers explains that Mace was once a super spy whose identity has been buried in the records, Mace reveals himself. Turns out he cleans up nicely. And doesn't seem all that upset about anything. The General, however, is shocked to discover that Mace still doesn't know what he's volunteered to do. He then explains the mission. Mace is to infiltrate the alien craft by posing as an alien, with the help of some cutting-edge genetic science that will literally transform him into one of them, using a sample scraped out from under the fingernails of one of the dead recon men. Still, Mace doesn't hesitate to agree, even showing muted enthusiasm for the chance to experience something new and interesting. He is then put under the care of Dr. Tilliard, who shows off his monkey.
What are you doing, Beavis? Doing my monkey boy.
Before getting to work turning Mace into an alien. As the transformation begins, the Doctor explains that he has saved the entirety of Mace's human DNA on a tape reel, because 1960s, and Mace is given his cover story, that he'll be posing as an alien who has been stranded on Earth and is running from the authorities, along with a hidden camera on his fake alien clothing. Believe it or not, this is actually where it loses me. Change a man's genetic material and turn him into an alien, that's fine. But perfectly mimic alien clothing without actually getting your hands on any? Now that's ridiculous. As he's being put under for the procedure, Mace explains that he's not bothered by the mission because he's just a tool.
Tool.
Yeah. Then, slipping into unconsciousness, he mentions how broken up he still is over that guitar. Then Mace becomes a full-fledged alien, and he finds it just delightful. He emerges, creeps out the other men, and then laughs at the tape containing his human code. After that, the ruse is set in motion, and Mace is chased by the military as he runs to the saucer and hides inside. Then, and this is my favorite part, the aliens immediately capture Mace, not even remotely fooled by any of it. With the other men watching and listening through the hidden camera, the aliens explain that they are a peaceful race who crashed and only want to fix their ship and leave, that they only killed the recon team because the team attacked first. Mace argues that he has no place on Earth anymore, that he's more alien than human now, and offers to help fix the ship using knowledge he gained from the genetic manipulation. The men back at base are very quick to assume they've already lost their agent, even though he did seem to be deliberately giving them information.
You have no atomic weapons up there, or on this ship.
And so the General wants to go back to his plan to blow the saucer up so as not to let the aliens escape with any knowledge of Earth or humans. Which is kinda stupid if you ask me, but military's gonna military in these situations. After thinking about it for a bit, the aliens agree to let Mace help them, as long as he agrees to leave the Earth. They promise a new experience that will be unimaginable and peaceful, and that's enough to convince Mace to go along with them, after admitting he wasn't exactly enjoying who he was before. Mace and the two aliens happily get to work, and Chambers, not wanting to sacrifice Mace, gives him a remote kill signal, counting on Mace to have a conditioned response. Which he does, killing one of the aliens and chasing down the other one. However, at the last minute, Mace resists his psychological conditioning and asks to still go with him, without so much as a single "I'm sorry I killed your partner." Remarkably, the alien is totally cool with the idea, and even more remarkably, the General agrees not to blow up the saucer when it departs the Earth. I have some hang-ups about the plot, but on the whole, I like this episode a lot. Sure, the setup is over-the-top absurd, and none of the character changes are earned in any way, but the design of the aliens is really cool, in that so ugly they're cute kind of way. I mean, just look at those adorable eyelashes. I also appreciate the earnestness of the parable, and anything with Robert Duvall in it automatically gets extra credit, even if Duvall's performance is a bit wooden here. It's not one of my favorites, but it's definitely entertaining and thought-provoking in that pulpy sci-fi way. And that's all I have on The Chameleon. Now, as always, do all those YouTubey things, check out my Patreon, and all that other good stuff. But until next time, this is the Unapologetic Geek, telling you to never be ashamed of what you love. As long as you're not hurting anybody.
Are you threatening me? I am Cornholio. You will give me TV.